2 weeks and multiple welfare checks later. Hello, sir. Are you Krazy? Yes, hi. Let me guess. Another welfare check? We were called to check on baby boy. May I come in? Listen, I know you're just doing your job, but I'm not going to allow my mom to use the police to harass me anymore. It was reported to us that baby boy is being neglected. Can I please see that he's okay? Please just listen. My mom, who we cut off, is the one that keeps calling for these pointless checks. This is insane. At what point will you start citing her for false reports? Comes to the door holding baby? Craig, his diaper pail is full. Can you please come help? Oh, hi, officer. Is everything okay? No. She called another welfare check on us. Yes, and as you can see, he's fine. Just like all the other welfare checks. Yes, thank you. Officer, his mom is very unstable. Surely we can do something about all these unnecessary checks. Welfare checks are just that, checks on someone's well-being. But at what point do you realize she is just wasting your time and doing this to annoy us? I can totally understand your frustration. It might be a good idea for you to come down to the station and talk to my sergeant. We do take false reports seriously. You may want to contact an attorney too. They'll be able to tell you all your options. Okay, thank you. Are we all good here? Yes, have a good day. Krazy is never going to leave us alone. Wait, have you checked the security cameras at all today? I have a feeling she was... This is ridiculous. Look at this. She circled around the neighborhood and passed our house at least 10 times. And look, there she is passing right after the officer left. Well, we need to look at previous days and see if this is a daily thing. This is so infuriating. I don't even know who this woman is anymore. She wasn't always like this, was she? Did I just not see how crazy she was before? Craig, I'll be honest, she has never been the easiest person to get along with, but even I can agree that this is just a whole new level. Look at this footage I just pulled from yesterday. She was here 4 times throughout the day. I counted her circling at least 20. We've talked about moving to the other side of town closer to my side of the family. Maybe it's time. Hi, Sergeant. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me. I'm actually glad you decided to come in. I was hoping you could tell me more about your situation with Jan. My officers told me that you're aware that she calls these checks often. Yes, Jan is my mother, who I no longer have any contact with for a number of reasons. I brought my security cam footage for you too. She is full on stalking us now too. My baby is barely 3 weeks old. We're considering moving to get further away from her. You have enough here to file for a restraining order, at the very least. This should also stop her from calling more welfare checks. This doesn't mean that she will stop finding ways to harass you. She can still run to CPS. The sooner you file that order and get in front of a judge, the better. Rachel, open this door. Open it now. I know you're home. Open up now or I'll call the police. Craig, get home now. Your mom is at the door banging and screaming for me to let her in. OMG. I'm on my way. Just stay away from the door. I'm sure she realized we changed the locks by now. Call 911. I finally got baby boy down for a nap and now he's awake and crying. The banging is scaring him. 911, please state your emergency. Hi, I need you to send someone over to my house. There's a woman frantically banging and screaming at my door. Do you know who this person is? Yes, it's my husband's mom, Jen Nothing. We don't have contact with her. And are you alone or is someone else with you? It's just me and my 3-week-old. My husband is already on his way home. Okay, we have officers on their way already. Just stay on the line until they get there. Rachel, you open this door right now. I need to see that my baby is okay. The officer said you refused a welfare check. What are you hiding? Jen, just leave us alone. You're scaring baby boy. I'm not leaving without baby boy. I deserve my time. He needs me. You've had 3 weeks now, it's my turn. Jen, it'll be a cold day in Heat 11 when you even get to see baby boy. The police arrive and Craig is right behind them. Mom, get the Heat 11 out of here now. No, I'm not going anywhere without baby boy. You're just being cruel. It's my turn. Officers, that's my grandbaby in there, and I have rights to him. Ma'am, do you have a court order or any paperwork to back this up? No, I have grandparent rights. I don't need a court order. No, you don't, Mom. You have absolutely no claim on my son. What kind of grandmother scares her 3-week-old grandson? Ma'am, if you do not have any paperwork to show me, you need to leave. Without a court order, the only legal guardians are the baby's biological parents. Well, maybe if you didn't deny me my welfare checks, I would have some sort of paperwork. Jen, you're just embarrassing yourself. This is not your baby. Fuck off. Ma'am, it's time to leave. Please, let's not make this more complicated than it has to be. Officer, get in there and get me my grandson now. You have 2 options. You can either leave in handcuffs in the back of my car, or you can let me escort you home. How dare you threaten an old lady? You will all be hearing from my attorney. I'm suing all of you. Jen gets in her car and one of the officers escorts her home. My partner made it very clear to her that if she returns, she will be arrested. Are you guys okay? Yes, thank you, officer. Craig, you need to go file that paperwork now. This has to be enough to grant us an emergency restraining order. She threatened to kidnap baby boy. I don't want to leave you right now. But if you're sure you're okay, I want to take care of it immediately. Craig filed the report and a judge granted him a temporary 15-day restraining order followed by a hearing on the 15th day. Court is now in session for the emergency restraining order requested by Craig Omit. The temporary 15-day order is expiring, and you are now seeking to extend it. Is this correct? Yes, Your Honor. I notice you share a last name. What is the relation? She is my mother. Yes, he is taking his own mother to court. That should honestly be a crime. Ma'am, please wait your turn to speak. Why are you seeking to extend this order? Has she violated it in the last 15 days? No, Your Honor, but prior to that she has repeatedly harassed my family, which includes my 1-month-old, through excessive welfare checks. I have submitted every police report which she admitted to calling these welfare checks. I submitted the security camera footage of her saying this. She has also been stalking my home for several weeks now. My security cameras caught her driving by at least 20 times a day. This is absurd. Your Honor, I didn't raise my son to be a liar. I have no idea what he is talking about. If you speak again, I will have you removed from my courtroom. Sir, I assume you submitted those videos as evidence as well. Yes, I have submitted all of the video evidence from my security cameras with timestamps. I also included the footage from the most recent incident where she came to my home demanding to be let in. She scared my wife and baby and attempted to kidnap him. Very well. Ma'am, can you please explain the constant drive bus? Your Honor, I did not consent to being recorded. I did not know there were cameras on me. I want to press charges. This hearing is only in regards to the restraining order obtained against you. Please answer my question. I will be filing that soon. Don't you worry, Craig. I did what any good grandmother would do. Everything I did is in my baby's best interest. When the police stopped conducting my welfare checks, what else was I supposed to do? Him and his B1TCH of a wife refused to let me move in with them, refused to let me in the delivery room, and are now refusing me access to my baby. Do not use profanity in my courtroom, or I will find you in contempt. When you say my baby, are you referring to your grandson? Yes, of course. But he is your grandson, not your baby, correct? He is just as much my baby as he is my son's. That's enough. Sir, how long have you and your mother not been on speaking terms? Things got difficult a few weeks before baby was born. The day he was born was unfortunately the day we decided to have no more contact with her. I have heard enough and am ready to give my ruling. It truly upsets me to see these kinds of cases come across my desk. It is clear to me why you chose to go no contact. I can also understand why your mother has been acting the way she has. But make no mistake, this does not justify her actions. I am granting you a 2-year extension, which will also extend to your wife and your son. This includes any third-party contact. 2 years. That is absurd. 2 years. That is absurd. What is absurd is your actions. Your son should be enjoying raising his newborn baby and instead is having to deal with being harassed and stopped by his own mother. This is his and his wife's baby. And I'll even throw in some words of wisdom for you, Jen. If you want a relationship with your son and grandson, you better learn your role as a grandmother and learn to respect your son as father now too. Thank you, Your Honor. Court is adjourned. 1 week after court, Jen broke the restraining order and tried to contact Craig. Craig reported it to the police. They ended up giving Jen a very stern warning and told her they would be putting her in handcuffs if she tried again. She also attempted to call another welfare check through her friend Janice. The police notified Craig and Rachel, but didn't contact. 3 months after court, Rachel and Craig changed their phone numbers and bought a new house closer to Rachel's family. After they changed their numbers and moved, they didn't hear from Jen again. After 2 years the order expired, Jen did not try reaching out. Baby boy is now 5 and thriving. He is starting kindergarten next year and is practicing his big brother skills. Rachel and Craig are so excited to be expecting a baby girl in February. Rachel says she doesn't believe Jen knows where they live and she doesn't have their new phone numbers. Craig does not care to ever have a relationship with her again. Rachel hopes there will not be any more Jen updates to share, but will share if anything does come up.